I do
You
too.
took headache medicine.
No, I didn't take it
Oh yeah.
yet. I was trying to wait because I didn't want
Oh
to be
yeah, yeah.
sleepy. Even
You
though I feel like I
definitely.
sound sleepy either way.
In general, yeah, you do.
Yeah. Yeah. I
In a
know I
good
do.
way. I was like, you need to make an app. That's what we gonna have in our Patreon. We gonna
An
have
app.
like a sleep app, like talk people to sleep or meditation led. We should record ourselves doing like leading meditation or something. Like
Augusta was
wiggle your
extremely
toes.
religious
That's a
and
good. That's a good idea. You should look into it.
we'll see.
Okay. Greetings, strangers. I'm Britt.
And I'm D.
Welcome to another episode of It's
It's
a
a
Strange
strange
World
world
After
after
All,
all.
the podcast where we discuss true crime cases, the supernatural, urban legends, conspiracy theories, and all of the things that keep the world strange. I feel good. I'm home. I'm on
I'm
my
sure you do.
mic. Just feels good.
In today's episode, we discuss serial killer Ed Theodore Gein, also known as the Butcher of Plainfield or the Plainfield Ghoul. Oh, I don't know why we were talking about that movie, but me and Dawn were talking about the Silence of the Lambs, and yeah. What's the character?
Buffalo Bill.
Buffalo Bill. Yeah, was
Yeah.
inspired by him. So
Wait. Was she a
what?
great big fat person? I don't know if that's the only line I. And then he puts the lotion on his. But that's
Yeah,
not
I
him
thought.
that says that.
Yes, it is.
He puts the lotion on his skin or else he gets the hose again. Is that what he
Yeah,
says? It
I don't
was
know if that's
him.
what he said, but it was
Oh,
him.
but all I could think of is, oh wait, was she a great big fat person? Damn.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? Let me research this real quick.
Yeah, it's a good one. So
Yeah, and
strap
he
in.
also inspired Leatherface. Who
Yeah.
else? I want to say Psych. Wait, because this wasn't. Because I was about to say Psycho.
Yeah, I thought that's what you were kind of right. Because Psycho
Yeah,
was,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Because the whole thing with his mom and yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll get into it. Gein was born on August 27th, 1906, in La Crosse County, Wisconsin. He had an older brother named Henry. His father, George Philip Gein, was an alcoholic who was unable to keep a job. And his mother, Augusta.
Augusta.
Okay. It's
Wait,
just
you said
what?
Augusta?
Well, yeah. I said Augusta, then I said
Oh,
Augusta, because it felt weird for a woman to be named Augusta to me. I don't know.
I mean, I've heard it before.
I just picture like a big, like strong woman, like
She probably was.
Augusta. She could put a cow on her shoulder, type strong.
What?
I don't know. Like she could pick up a cow with one arm. That's what I.
Okay, keep
Augusta.
going. Keep going.
And his mother, Augusta Gein, hated him for it. George owned a local grocery store for a few years, but he sold the business. The family left the city to live in isolation on a 155-acre farm in Plainfield, Wisconsin.
Augusta was extremely religious, and she would preach to her sons about the immorality of the world, the evil of drinking, and that all women except for her were promiscuous and instruments of the devil. So basically, she's what was his mom's name in The Water Boy?
Oh, dang. I don't know, but I know what
Basically,
you're talking
she's
about.
her. Yeah.
Foosball is the devil or something like that. My thing is, did she not want him to have a wife? Like, did she not want him to get married? Because if I were him, That would make me never want to be with a woman.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because again, I just go back to the water boy because that was her whole thing.
Right. She didn't want him
So
to.
yeah,
Oh, it's weird. Like, what is your. But then if you're religious, don't you want your husband, not your husband, sorry, your son to find a wife?
you would think.
It's just weird.
But you know how some people take religion and twist it to fit whatever they want. So
Yeah,
I kind of see her doing that.
probably. It's just weird.
Yeah. Every afternoon, she would read from the Old Testament, selecting verses concerning death, murder, and divine retribution. There
All
you
right.
go.
That's what they were learning in Bible school, is what I was going to say. Why the
And
Lord?
what? Oh,
I said Bible class, Bible study, Bible study.
yeah.
Yeah, I said Bible. Bible was what I said.
I mean, it sounded okay to me.
I hate it here. Okay. I just hate my accent. Okay. It's teachers.
We just gotta deal with it.
I'm gonna start
It's nothing we can do.
changing it up. I'm going to change the way
Please
that I
don't.
talk. I am. I'm going to be more conscious about what I say,
You
how I
can't even
say
get that right.
it. Conscientious. uh, okay. Ed's teachers and classmates remembered him as being very shy and strange. He would do things like bursting out in random laughter as if he were laughing at his own jokes, which maybe he was. I feel like I do that a lot. Like I'll just,
Yeah. I, I was gonna say, I feel like that's kind of normal.
yeah. And I'll be like, I am funny. His mother would punish him if he tried to make friends. However, Ed did well in school and excelled in reading. I bet he was smart, because smart people are crazy sometimes. Some smart
True.
people. Yeah.
True.
You have you have to be kind of like a mastermind to be able to pull off these things.
Yeah. Ed's father, George, died of heart failure caused by his alcoholism at the age of 66 on April 1st, 1940. Ed and his brother Henry began taking odd jobs around the town to help their mother with expenses. Henry started dating a woman and planned to move in with her. He was worried about Ed's attachment to their mother and always spoke bad about her to him, to Ed. I mean, I don't know. I was just gonna say, how can you talk bad about your mom? But some moms are kind of trash.
Questionable for sure.
Yeah, yeah,
She was a little well, no, she was extreme.
yeah,
Yeah, this does make me think of like Norman Bates.
yeah.
Like, did you watch that show? The Bates? Was
Bates
it the
Motel.
Bates Motel? Yeah.
I only watched like the first 3 seasons.
It was so good. I
I
started
heard my
it.
mama was telling me.
Yeah, my mom told me, and then I started it, and then I kind of lost interest. But then I started it back up again, and I like finished it, and I was like, that was good.
Yeah, if I do, I may have to start over because I don't remember
Yeah,
anything.
it has what's her
Rihanna.
name? Quentin?
Oh,
No, what's the lady's Pharmagia, or however you say it? The one
yeah.
from Conjuring,
Mm-hmm.
and then the guy that plays. I don't watch the show, but I know a lot of people watch it. Freddie Highmore, the guy that plays
Oh,
in
the
The
good
Good
doctor.
Doctor. Yeah,
Yeah.
Vera Farmiga, however you say it. You know how to say it.
No.
Oh, okay. but it's a
I
good show
thought
if
it
you haven't watched it.
was Farmiga.
Yeah. Oh,
I don't
maybe.
know.
Maybe.
I don't know.
But go back and watch it. If it's still on Netflix, watch it. On May 16th, 1944, Ed and Henry were burning marsh vegetation. What is it?
Yeah.
What is that?
What?
What is marsh vegetation on the farm?
I am crying. You Googling it?
Yes. What is it? Marshes are dominated. That's it, right? Dominated by herbic. How you say this? Herbaceous, herbaceous. Is it herbaceous plants? You playing? Wait, what is this?
It's funny because of your face, because you are
Cause
serious.
I am herbaceous. Okay, so herbaceous plants such as grasses, reeds, and sedges. A marsh is a type
And
of
what?
wetland. Sedges. That's what it say. It says sedges. I swear. Did you not know what it was? Sedges. I said it right.
Okay.
Or is it because you don't know what it is either?
What? Marsh
Marsh
vegetation?
vegetation, yes.
I know what I know what it is. Whew.
I ain't never heard of it, but
I just think of like not not a swamp, but I just think of like tall grass and other stuff together.
yeah. I mean, it said, yeah, it did say that they were different than swamps, but some of them still have water for long
Yeah.
periods of time. Okay. Well, words of the day. Marsh
For you.
vegetation.
I just
I want to know. Nobody else is just like, oh yeah, marsh vegetation. Yeah, they was burning.
Oh my God.
Let's do it again. On May 16th, 1944, Ed and Henry were burning marsh vegetation on the farm when the fire got out of control. This drew the attention of the fire department, and they eventually extinguished the fire. By the end of the day, Ed reported his brother missing. A search party was formed, and they found Henry's dead body lying face down. He had been dead for some time. The cause of death was heart failure, since he wasn't burned and didn't have any other injuries. Do we believe that that's what happened?
No. I think he I think he killed him and used the fire to cover it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because,
That's
no,
just my theory.
I was going to try to say something smart, but I don't know it to be a fact, so I'm not going to say it.
You can go ahead and say it.
I was about to say, because can't you go on a can you go on a cardiac arrest if you being burned alive or something? I don't know. Or he wasn't burned alive.
Yeah, he wasn't burned alive. But I mean,
Okay,
I feel like it's possible.
maybe. I'm gonna cut
Yeah.
it out anyway. I'm gonna cut this whole episode. I don't know if I'm gonna post this episode at all.
Lord.
I feel like I'm nonsensical. Or am I always nonsensical? And I'm just woke.
Police ruled out foul play and the Police ruled out foul play and the coroner later officially listed the cause of death as asphyxiation. There was no investigation, although some authorities believed Ed killed him, and no autopsy was performed. Authorities believed it was an accident. So they're like split.
You still should have performed the autopsy.
Yeah,
Hmm.
true.
Shortly after Henry's death, Ed's mother, Augusta, Augusta, Ed's mother, Augusta, had a paralyzing stroke, and Ed devoted himself to taking care of her. Augusta passed away on December 29th, 1945, at the age of 67, and Ed was devastated by her death. Ed continued to live on the farm and boarded up the rooms used by his mother. Ed would live in a small room next to the kitchen. Around this time, he became interested in pulp magazines. Is that a magazine about like pulp in orange juice? What's a pulp?
I'm not about to.
What is a pulp magazine? This is an old
Pulp
people
is the.
thing.
No. Well,
No?
yeah. It's. Before I'm gonna be wrong, watch. Pulp is like the type of paper that it was printed on.
Pulp magazines were inexpensive fiction magazines that were published from 1896 to the late 1950s. The term pulp derives from the cheap wood pulp paper
See,
that it was printed on. Yeah, an
I know
old people
stuff.
thing. You do? Old people stuff.
Shut up.
I've never heard of that. Okay.
Pulp fiction.
Mm-mm. Oh, snap. What?
Yes.
Never even did I think. And now
I
that
thought you were about to be like, I
explains.
never knew.
I never knew. Well, no, because ain't nobody told me nothing. And which makes
Yeah.
sense because, like, the art for the movie looks like a
Yep.
little magazine. Cool. The more you know, we have learned two things together, people.
You have learned.
I know for a fact that I'm not the only person out there that didn't know what the hell a pulp magazine and what was it, marsh
Vegetation.
vegetation was. So we're learning
Oh man,
together.
Dawn is gonna be so disappointed when she listens to this.
Whatever, because I just know it. When would I ever have even had to know about either of these things?
Pulp fiction, okay, but marsh vegetation. I feel like you would
What?
have learned that in school.
Mm-mm.
That's where I learned it in elementary school.
I don't remember yesterday. I definitely don't remember elementary school. Around this time, he became interested in pulp magazines, especially those involving cannibalism. Oh, but it's fiction. I was about to say they have
Mm-hmm.
magazines with cannibalism, but okay.
Yes, fiction. Plainfield hardware store owner Bernice Warden disappeared on the morning of November 16th, 1957. A resident reported that the hardware store's truck was driven out from the back of the building at about 9:30 a.m. Deputy Sheriff Frank Warden, who was Bernice's son, arrived at the store around 5 p.m. The cash register was open and there were blood stains on the floor.
Frank told investigators that the evening before his mother's disappearance, Ed Gein was in the store to buy antifreeze, but was told to come back the next morning. The last receipt written by Bernice that morning was for a gallon of antifreeze. Ed was arrested at a West Plainfield grocery store that evening, and the Washara County Sheriff's Department searched Ed's farm.
A deputy sheriff found Bernice's decapitated body in a shed on the farm, hung upside down by her legs. Her torso was dressed out like a deer. Do you know what that means?
Like,
We're just going to go with you do. Yeah.
like,
Okay.
like open
Yeah.
chest. Okay.
Okay. She had been shot with a 22 caliber rifle. Investigators found the remains of 10 women in his home, but he was only linked to 2 murders.
While searching Ed's home, authorities found whole human bone fragments. Whole human
Yes.
bone fragments. You got a whole bone fragment. A waste basket made of human skin. Human skin covering chair seats. Skulls on his bedposts. Bowls made from human skulls or skulls, however you want to say it.
Mhm.
Skulls. He had a corset made from a female torso. Bernice Warden's head in a burlap sack. In this last one, yeah. A belt made of female nipples.
Female what?
Nipples from female areolas.
Yes.
Yes. Oh my god.
So, have you seen the pictures?
No.
Because I was like, oh my, I saw the belt. I saw, um, what, I want to say he had like a lampshade too that was human skin. But yeah, I
Did you
saw
just
some
look
stuff.
image? Oh god. Hold
Yeah.
on.
Should we put it on? No, I don't think we should post it on our
Is
Instagram.
this real? Why do
Yeah.
nipples look like that? They look like jerky, like beef jerky.
I mean, it's skin. It's dead skin.
Yeah, I don't know, y'all. We'll see. It look like, oh, okay.
I mean, I don't think we should post it, but you can easily find it.
Find it. Yeah, you see how
Yeah.
quickly I found it.
Yeah.
All right.
Face.
'Cause I'm stressed. I think now I have a headache.
Oh man.
I have a whole headache now. Okay.
Everything was photographed and then decently disposed of. Ed told investigators that between 1947 and 1952, he made about 40 visits to 3 graveyards to dig up recently buried bodies while he was in a daze-like state.
How you feel?
Oh, I thought you were gonna do your fake surprise reaction.
Oh my God, he was stealing from graves. Was he stealing from graves? 40 visits.
Yeah. Most of the bodies he exhumed were middle-aged women that resembled his mother. Out of the 40 visits to the graveyards, Ed admitted to stealing from 9 graves. Ed.
That's wait. So when you steal graves, do you take?
You
Well,
don't
obviously you can't
steal
take the
grave.
grave, but he was stealing from.
Yes.
Does he take just the body, or does he take the coffin?
No, just the body.
Okay. How do you get
Yeah.
away with that?
I
Like, what time
mean,
of day did you do this and nobody saw you
he
go
was
in
probably
there?
going like in the middle of the night or something.
What happened to groundskeepers? I think you mentioned that on another episode.
What?
Uh, that there should have been like a
Oh,
groundskeeper
yeah.
or like a security guard
Yeah.
type. But and then were they burying people 6 feet under in these days?
I guess. I mean,
That's a lot. And
I
was it the
guess. I don't
same?
know.
Was it
Huh?
the same cemetery? So many questions. How do you pull this off?
Um, it says 3 graveyards.
Damn, Ed Gein. Shortly after his mother's death, Ed started to create a woman's suit so he could become his mother. He denied having sex with the bodies because they smelled too bad. Ed also later admitted to the shooting death of tavern owner Mary Hogan, who had been missing since 1954. Her head was found in his home, but he would later say that he had no memory of her death.
A local 16-year-old whose parents were friends with Ed recalled that Ed kept shrunken heads in his home. Ed claimed that his cousin sent them to him from the Philippines. Sir, what?
I
Okay.
don't know.
It was later determined that these were human facial skins that had been peeled from corpses and used as masks.
Mm,
Sir,
that's intense.
it is.
It reminds me of the skinwalkers in The Walking Dead. You haven't got that far yet, I
Uh,
don't think.
I wait. What season is it?
What season was I on? I haven't watched it in a while. Like
Because I
10
may
or
have.
11?
Oh no.
It's like post the Negan debacle.
Post what?
The Negan, like the Savior's
Oh.
debacle.
Um.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
and if they smell bad, how are you wearing their face? I just want to know.
He probably cleaned the skin or something.
Okay.
But I still feel like it would stink. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't do stuff like that, so I don't know.
That's not in my ministry, so it couldn't be me. On November 21st, 1957, Ed was arraigned on one count of first degree murder, in which he pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity. He was diagnosed with schizophrenia and was found mentally incompetent to stand trial. Ed was sent to the Central State Hospital for the criminally insane and later transferred to the Mendota State Hospital in Madison, Wisconsin. I would say that he was insane. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like that he
Yeah.
wasn't fit to stand trial to do something
Yeah.
like that.
True. In, ni- in 1968, doctors determined Ed was mentally able to confer with counsel and participate in his defense. On November 7th, 1968, the trial began and lasted 1 week. At the request of the defense, the trial was held without a jury and Ed Gein was found guilty by Judge Robert H. Gallmar on November 14th.
A second trial was held to determine Ed's sanity. After hearing testimonies by doctors for the prosecution and defense, Judge Gallmer ruled Ed not guilty by reason of insanity. He was committed back to Central State Hospital for the criminally insane, where he spent the rest of his life.
They said he was schizophrenic, right?
Yes, they did.
So the only thing you can do for that is medication.
Right.
So it's not like his schizophrenia went away
Right.
and then
So
came back.
what's
So,
well, I guess that probably wouldn't have been in articles if he if they made him take medication, if they had it back
oh,
then.
oh,
Cause
I
yeah,
don't know.
that would be the only thing like what you're saying that I could think of is if they like mandated that he take that medication and then once
Oh,
seemed like he was doing better, then they were like, okay, we can get you this while you're in prison. So let's do it. Let's try it again, I guess.
oh, maybe.
Cause yeah,
That makes sense.
I guess. But any other way, yeah, it would be pointless because, like you said, it's not going to go away.
Yeah. Ed Gein died at the Mendota Mental Health Institute due to respiratory failure caused by lung cancer on July 26, 1984. He was 77 years old.
Ed Gein was the inspiration for fictional characters such as Norman Bates, Leatherface, and Buffalo Bill. In 2000, the film In the Light of the Moon, also known as Ed Gein, was released. Have you ever seen that?
And yes, can
Okay.
I just say that the guy playing him looked exactly like him? I think, oh, because I was gonna say, I think we saw it. I remember watching that Over in Lori's house, we were kids.
Oh, so I don't
Well, not
remember.
kids, but wait, is this the same movie? Because it's more than one movie. Hold on.
Is it the one that came out in 2000, right? Not 2007.
Because it's more than, 2000.
He does.
That's a
You're talking about
10%.
Steve Railsback?
Rails back or something like that.
He does. Even on their pictures,
Yeah.
he has the same facial structure.
Yeah. And he was in, because I've seen him before. Oh, he was in an episode of Charmed.
He
Yeah.
sure was, I
Yeah.
believe. His face looks
But yeah, he
familiar.
looks exactly like him. You know what? I don't really have any final thoughts. I just think that this is, to me, I don't want to say, well, interesting because this is one of those cases. There's a few cases that got me into true crime, and this is one of them. Because I remember when I saw the movie, I did do a bunch of research on him, and I was like, what? I was shook, but yeah, I don't really have any. Justice was served.
Yeah,
Wish it wouldn't have happened, but we could say that for everything.
that's true. Yeah, same. It's he needed help. Yeah, he needed to be
Yeah.
somewhere where he could get help, and his mother
I was just
didn't
going to
help.
say it's her fault.
Yeah, probably. Probably. I mean, he could have always had just like something about him or something that he was already predisposed to, but she didn't
Yeah.
help at all.
Yeah.
Interesting story. And watch those. I'm gonna watch those movies. I'm gonna go back and watch that movie.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say it's really not that good, but
No.
I mean, you can still watch it.
We'll see. I'm gonna watch
I
the.
mean,
I'm gonna
don't
see
let
if I can
my
find a.
opinion, because I barely even remember it.
Oh, I'm
Huh?
gonna see if I can find a trailer, and
Yeah.
then I'll decide.
I mean, I feel like you should watch it either way.
I hate watching bad movies. I will watch some of the same movies that I've watched because I don't want to watch a bad movie. Like I'm not the type of person that can just get on Netflix and see a random movie and be like, "Oh, let me watch this." I can't. I gotta know for a fact that I'm not about to waste an hour and a
Uh,
half, two
I
hours
guess.
of
But
my
that
time.
movie me and Troy watched, yeah, that movie me and Troy watched when we were in Colorado was pointless. And we were like, we just sat here and watched this.
Yeah, because then it's like you're waiting for something to happen or for it to get better, and it's just like,
Yeah.
hmm, yeah, I
And
can't.
we
I
really
hate.
sat there and watched it. So I guess I get
Yeah,
it.
I can't waste my time. Okay. But that is all, folks.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram at It's a Strange World Podcast, Twitter at Pod Strange World, and on Facebook and TikTok at It's a Strange World After All. Also, turn on those notifications for our Instagram posts so that you can keep up with our hashtag Myth Mondays and hashtag Strange Saturdays posts.
Yes, we would love to hear from you. What did you think of this week's episode, Ed Gein? Also, if there's anything else in the world of strange or any true crime cases you would like us to cover, let us know. Have you ever heard a strange bump in the night? Have you ever seen shadow figures moving about? Have you ever stumbled upon something unexplainable? We want to know about it, and with your permission, share it with our listeners. You can email those submissions to itsastrangeworldafterall@gmail.com or DM us at any other social media platforms mentioned. Even if you just want to say hey there, we'll be here.
Thank you for tuning into another episode of
It's a strange world after all. And thank you as always for keeping it strange with us.
Thank you.
Bye.